Hello, this is Jer. This is the Nightmare series of Oxygen Not Included. I'm on the radioactive ocean asteroid that is metal poor and has a frozen core. Absolutely terrible place to be. As if it wasn't bad enough, all the game settings are on the maximum hardness, and we don't have teleportation or care packages. Enjoy! Welcome back. So I'm on this world just going after some iron ore. Got my whole setup here to take all this back once it's been extracted, and a team of rovers to help make its way over here, and then these 4 loaders to bring it inside Morpheus. I definitely should have done this earlier, but enabling these I had to set up so that only 2 dupes can leave at a time. Just because I was struggling to get dupes to put on some atmosphere. We're also struggling with power, at least at night, as you can see. So I've got a plan for dealing with that. We've got more solar panels. Of course, that's not going to help with a nighttime power situation. But we're going to make a tower of batteries going up right here. Someone's happy about all the iron being collected. Got my tower of batteries. I'm going to try out this trick of only connecting into one of them. See if I can still charge all of them. Got my batteries in here. Perhaps I, though, should add a little bit of protection from potential meteorites in the future. Gonna look at the calories inside a rocket. 15,000. Dupes are ravenous. So we gotta get out of here really fast. Now, I haven't loaded all the material, but we gotta go. Let's get back to the home world. Let's make sure all dupes are actually selected. To change crew. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, I am going to have some rovers remaining here, so I can continue digging along, as long as I'm creative about how I can get around some of these places. Because I can't dig through abyssalite and other certain materials, like even granite. So I will endeavor to do the best I can with the rovers that I've got to get the remaining iron. Just gonna have a look during liftoff to see if any damage occurs due to heating. Surprisingly not taking on as much heat as I thought, given the placement of these solid rocket port loaders. They're made out of lead, so that's a bit of a concern, but you don't seem to be having an issue. Let's look inside the rocket itself. 10,000 calories to make it home. It should take about a cycle or so. When the dupes get close here, the scientists can give them a bit of a speed boost. Putting a separator here, so that dupes that are wearing their Atmos suit will be on this side. Regular dupes over here. And we're going to extend this natural tile over, since we've got 15 units of this blossom seed. Rovers are busy digging down to all these iron ore deposits. They're starting to pick them up, making their way towards the central bin area. Waiting to land. Okay. Must have an issue. Oh, right, the door. Open the door for them. Not only that, I think I have to destroy this. Let's not do that. You should have a clear path. There we are. Does this produce heat? What looks like, yeah, we do have some gaseous stuff leaking. Is this nuclear fallout? my thinking is I'm going to change this. Let's see. Change the crew, rather. To a crew of 1. So I can go back and pick up. Maybe we'll take an astronaut with us. So cleaner and engineer can stay here and start helping out with constructing everything. We can charge this rocket a bit with some red bolts. Oh, wait. We've disabled this. So I guess that's not going to actually work. Do we have enough to get there and back? Let's see. 5 of 10. I think we should be okay, but let's definitely charge it up just a little bit more. Oh, I know what. Let's charge it using this system. Since I've got 1800 there. Now, what did I intend? Oh, I meant to make some nuclear waste sit here, though. But, oh, I can actually put some there. Let's do that. All right, so I'm going to throw some nuclear waste. Right there. We've got some in this line, too, also actually. Dump that right there. Before I do, let's look at granite tile. Okay. I'll have that fall in there. That's going to keep this guy cool. Just wondering. Yeah, we'll give this a test to see how far. I'm just a little bit concerned that putting nuclear waste here is going to reduce our radiation, which is currently 6,000. We'll see what happens. So this vent's going in. Get nuclear waste dropped off here. This is going to take a bit of time before it gets over to this tile. There we are. All right, so we're still at 6,000. Excellent. Okay, it looks like that's going to be fine. Dump in some more. Where are we going to find that? Drain that. I'll just tell this one, you know what? You are below 999. Just kind of force it to be true for a second. There we go. Get more of that nuclear waste just to act as some liquid here to keep this guy cool. I say cool, but at least from overheating. Put in some conductive steel. Let's see if 3 pieces is enough. We'll tie into this line. Just plugged in my Red Bull generator. Guess that's actually not going anywhere just yet, so let's hold off. Disconnect power so we don't get red bolts in any dude's face here, but we need to get a few reflectors around to actually make this system work. So we'll have one here, and one there, and that should do the trick. My reflectors are ready, so I'm going to just point them in the right direction. Give this buddy some power. Well, it's starting to get charged up with some rad bolts. That's going to fire into here. I'm not going to bother unloading just yet because I'd have to change the inside of my rocket. Plan to go back with another dupe. So I guess I just need to find a few projects to do here with the new dupes that have arrived once again. One thing I'd like to do is change the piping out here, but I'm going to let this cool off a little bit more before we get into that. How about we do this natural tiling. Rovers have done a really good job of digging out the various spots where I have some iron ore. I guess their last job is just to gather all of it and bring it up to our loading area. Before I send another dupe back, let's make sure they've got some frost burgers in the rocket. Up to 50 kilograms. What does that give in terms of calories? Oh. Not frost buns. Whoops. Frost burgers. And let's make sure that doesn't stay on the floor. I think that someone should be putting it in here. Priority 6, so that shouldn't stay there. Well, let's dump this on the floor. Farmer's on the job of moving that. Let's also just make it easy to see, move that out of the way. We've got some frost burgers, almost 300,000 worth. So we're going to move that inside Morpheus, right here where this auto sweeper can grab it. There is our frost burgers. So that should give, this time I'm only traveling with one dupe, so it's going to last a long time for them. Engineers giving a little bit of a tune-up. Maybe I'll wait for them to finish this off before we take back off. We'll switch this back on. Okay, let's double check that we've got, well, let's double check water. Inside Morpheus. I would say we are fine, okay. Let's board. We're going to be going back to this world here. And you can begin to launch. Let's see, how far can we get? So now we can go 13 tiles. Yeah, we're definitely going to be fine. No need to run the Rebel generator. So we'll cut the power to that. We'll just watch as this takeoff happens. This is the second time firing Red Bolt engine. Creating a bit of heat, but I mean the nuclear fallout or the nuclear waste is acting as a nice buffer. Okay, there we go. So they're off to collect the remaining iron ore and aluminum ore and some other things. And I can get busy with the dupes that are here. Just a few seconds away from this dupe arriving. Take that rover out. So once this dupe gets here, I guess the only thing they have to do is just wait for all this stuff to load. They can help actually put stuff in here. Now, the only thing I don't want them to do is to take stuff off the rocket and put that into these bins. That's the only thing that might go wrong. So, maybe I should remove their priority from putting the stuff in there. Or I'll give them some other things to do. They probably, especially if I make this a level 4, start digging. Of course, if they dig, the rovers are going to dig. Actually, is there any point in letting them out on this asteroid? Yeah, maybe I'll just take their, so this is astronaut priority. Make sure I undo this. This is my only fear. Let's see. storing. Whoops. I think that's a storing item, but I'll do supplying as well. That way I can assign them some digging tasks if I think it's necessary. But primarily, we're just waiting for some all of this to be loaded. Getting another rover to help out gather all the material that we have here to collect. Collecting a few of these guys. At least they're seeds, so we've got to dig them out. Maybe I'll find a use for them. A little bit of cooling somewhere on the base. Installing some natural tiles here. Going to essentially destroyed some of my equipment down here, so I'm going to hopefully remember to put that back. This time I'm going to actually leave the tile or the piping going through. Figure why not? That's the actual cooling line, so that'll keep the plants at a good temperature. Having a look at the oxygen, we're at 1300, 1100. Yeah, we're a little bit low, so let's aim to fix that. Created a heavy watt wire connection over here. So with that, I'll get rid of the one that's on this side. Taking this electrolyzer out, and I'm going to install two on either side above and below it. So they both need a little bit of water and a little bit of power. And we're going to be good on this side. And then I'm going to go over here and do a similar setup somewhere in this zone. Reading a comment from Cedric and just looking at this rust deoxidizer, I see that I can convert rust to iron ore, amongst some other things. So why not collect some of the iron ore here? And I'll see if I can experiment with that. So we've got these two electrolyzers running. Max pressure. Okay, that's what I like to see, so I get a little bit more oxygen around here. Just installed another one there, and we got two more going in over here. At some point, I might want to put that in a centralized area and pump out the oxygen, but I'm not quite ready at that point. Thinking about leaving soon, so how about we remove this. Get that to be brought on honey jar. We'll move that inside our rockets. Also, while we're at this, make sure that's a high priority thing, or we could be leaving without it. The other thing that I'll do, and haven't been doing this on the other asteroids that I've been visiting yet, but it's always nice to have the mini printing pod here. Just need to have a spot for that, maybe close to the top. Got this machinery in the way. How about right there? Got all the natural tiles here. How about we seal this area off, make it stable. I'll put a pip in and we'll start planting. So this is going to be a little bit of a bizarre shaped stable. First of all, I'm going to put a door right here. And this is going to be the entrance. So this is going to make sure we seal off these guys over on this side. Make sure that door gets built the priority. But yeah, so we're going to have this ladder up so that the dupes from down here that aren't wearing any Atmos suits can go up here and access these two future stables up in this zone. Also, because of this oddness over here and the fact that I can't build a door on the natural tiles, I'm just making this little poke out a little bit further. I just have to be careful with my auto sweepers so that it can actually pick up eggs that go in over there. I'm thinking it's time to get out of here pretty soon. Just before we do, though, let's make sure... Oh, inspect, why not? Activate. And bring in some of the databanks that I have discovered over around here. And then after those are inside of rockets, we'll send this dupe astronaut back to the home world. So I've got these two new rooms. This one here, 95 is going to be 96 here in a second. And 96 over on this side. The entrance is right there. Astronaut is activating the mini pod. Still is more, I guess, this rust around, but I think what I'll do, I'll send this dude back. With the rest of the rover's time, they can bring up more rust here if I want to collect it in a future time. Astronaut, let's take this great amount of material back with us. We're going to crew this up. We're going to be heading back home. Can begin that launch. So that is lots of iron ore that we've gotten from over here. I'm going to try unboarding it, so I'll have to reverse the setup inside the rocket itself to do that. Just going to watch this take off to make sure this doesn't overheat. The last time I took off, it didn't end up being a problem. Nice and cool temperatures. So this going up a little bit. But we have a cooling line going round, so that'll take its temperature back down. Okay, so inside the rocket Morpheus, we've got to reverse a few things. So these guys, these are, we want to change these out. That's this one, this one, this one. Oh, no. That never got picked up. Because, okay, let's set this dupe's, not the... That's fine. I guess I'll have to come back. I'll have to come back to the other asteroids. Anyways, whoopsie. That is due to the fact that I've canceled this. Okay, let's just make those normal for future. Alright, other than that, I guess we'll just cancel that for the time being. And destroy this and take these guys out. And we'll reverse this equipment to put in some auto sweepers. And loaders. So that when we arrive back on the homeworld, I can take all this great material here, iron ore and that, and send it to our asteroid. Now over on this side, I have to be careful because I don't want these guys to lose their wild status. So let's make sure we remove these guys before we make this a stable. Make you, take you out here. Do the same for the other ones as well. Right now, having all the non-seed type, I don't want it to be planted in here. Basically, none of these bristle blossoms put in. I'm going to put a bin here so I can get the dupes to actually collect these guys here, the blossom seeds. And finally, let's move one or two, maybe. It looks like it's going to be cuddle pips. Nothing wrong with that. Bring them over here. While this rocket is traveling, let's make some modifications. So I'm going to put in some auto sweepers down here. Going to have a spot for 4 of these guys. Let's put 2 on this side, and I guess I'm going to temporarily take that guy out. Let's make sure each of these guys is dedicated to going to one of these. Let's just do a cut right there. Cut right there. And then we'll connect this over here and this right here. Now, I believe all I need to do, other than bring in that later, is under rocket. We need to get... Is this the one? That's the one. Okay, we'll put in 1, 2, 3, and 4 of these. That way, if this can all be built, we'll be ready to start unloading when we arrive. looks like these aren't going to be completed until I've got a dupe that can actually build this. But let's put in this last little change. There and there, and we can at least make sure that they have power. So bring in our conductive line connecting in to each of these. Putting in some auto sweepers, unfortunately, because this little space I have to have 2 of these guys there, but otherwise I'm touching everything, including here. This guy actually touches this, which means over here I don't need to worry about those 3. Put that in like that. So that's going to cover all our space. Now I can put in some of these guys, loaders. Put that close to the top. I guess these 2 can share that one. This one can have that. Put one here, and these 2 can share that one. And we'll connect the rail up to the egg drop-off location like this. This. We need to continue the line here. And connect to this guy. See that we planted that, so we can click on that. We are going to need some light. There's a couple ways. Let's see, where did I go? What couple ways of doing this? Thanks, Pip. One, I could put light right there. But what if I tried, just to make it interesting? Could either make mesh tile, airflow. Yeah, let's go with let's put some mesh up there. Because what I'm thinking, you could get a light source right in there. Technically, would that give me any advantage? I don't think it would, actually. You know what? Never mind. Never mind. That being the case, let's just put a lamp right there. Good job. Cuddle Pip. So these guys are going to need some power. I also need to put in the actual grooming station. Put one there. And one there. I'm just about to put in some automated lights here, and I realized I might not actually need that because of this guy. But over here, this guy actually doesn't have light. See, I don't see that applied, so I'm going to actually remove this. Maybe I'll go back. Maybe there is a point, actually, after all, to making a light source right here that could access both the stable and, or the grooming station and these 3 guys at the same time. So that needs power. So let's give that. Plus, I've got everything else being connected eventually there with power. Have to have drop-off station at each of these locations. Don't need steel for that. Let's put one there. And, oh. One can fit right there, I guess. Growing mealwood. I don't think... I will switch that over later. Alright, what else? Let's actually make these plants happy. I think 2 should be enough. Sweetle, we need to get you out as fast as possible. Let's put you right there. Make that a 9. Maybe we'll disable this until you're out. Someone wrangling. Excellent. There we are. I'm worried we got them. Another wild critter who has got to be removed here before we enable this or allow that building to become used. So apparently that was not the right type. I'll try airflow. I don't have glass yet. Airflow might not also be the right type. So we'll continue on with window tile research. So I'm going to put some logic here. Hold on, let's not take all that out. I'm going to take this button out. So I'm going to have this guide whether this rebel generator is running or not. I'll have an override switch. Sometimes I will want to feed this guy, and sometimes I'm going to want to feed this guy. So this is how it's going to work. This logic is going to get in to visit this. Maybe we'll do steel from this point on just in case. I'm going to take these two out to put in a reflector. So this is going to also... Actually, hold on. I want to have, maybe on this side, an OR gate with a switch attached to it. Can essentially override. Can make that out of lead. So if either the Rebel research or material study terminal is in need of red bolts, then run, or if I've got this switch, maybe I detect that the rocket needs to be charged, I can turn that on. Either of those cases. But we'll also put a reflector right here, and this reflector is only going to go when my material steady terminal needs something. Go down like that. Oddly enough, we are out of, hold on. We are actually out of obsidian. Okay, let's change that then. It's at least thinking this might be better. That or ceramic, not sure. So put that in there. But this guy here is going to be connected. Go through steel like this, and then lead from the rest of it. That's going to connect to this. So this is only going to run when a material steady terminal needs something directing it this way. But this is going to run if the material steady terminal needs it, or I click on the button. Small little change here, but I want to get this guy pointed up, and oh no, I won't be able to. Oh, I'll just bring him down one. So I just want to get a light in here, so maybe I'll do this type of thing. And then put my power connection into that, just so that I can get a light source over here. So yeah, that was not the... Wait, I'm going to change that to glass. We have to get some research completed. So this guy is going to give me light up to there. So I'll put this guy right there. It's going to cover me up to that. And we'll put one right there. Okay, so those just need some power, and this should be good for now. 1, 2, and 3. Almost have all the natural bristle blossoms growing. This isn't going to be enough for 8 Drecos, so we're going to put in a few of these. But just noticing, we may have a bit of an issue if I'm not careful about this. So wherever I want to put that in, we're going to make sure that I go out of this zone so I can have a dedicated water. Oh, let's not go through that. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Let's go down like this. We're going to bypass that. Let's just make sure I'm not changing the material of this or this. Okay, that's good. Otherwise, that could break that. So that's going to allow me to put in 3 tiles there. Or 3, 3 farm tiles there. Cut that right there. Where should the other 3 go? Maybe right about here. I'll actually change this up. So this goes... yeah, let's do this. Do a cut right there. Gotta be careful to... Again, do the same concept. Kind of neat that I'm going through the natural tiles, because that helps keep everything at the appropriate temperature. Cut, 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 cut. Okay, that looks good. Just make sure I've got light everywhere. So we're going to put in some of these. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if I need to grow all 3 or all 6 of these. But we'll connect it out for now. See, I'll take water from here. And we'll send it up there and over here. 1 and 2. Then over there, over here, we'll get rid of these guys and swap them out. We might have the same issue. Oh no, they're already set. I just need to change mealwood to blossoms. Where are we? One more to go. We've gotten any more seeds, actually. Yes, we do. At least one more. Let's look inside our rockets. Okay, here we are. I'm going to select a couple of the materials, such as iron ore. We'll start with iron ore. I don't want to go on a space mission with having that left, so I'm going to click on 1, 2, 3. We'll verify that all 4 of these are actually going out. So we've got 2 auto sweepers to keep 4 of these loaders busy. There we are, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to be making their way up here. We'll actually verify if we can get them outside of the rocket or if this is going to become backed up. Oh, look at that. It's making its way out. Let's check what this looks like on the outside. There it is. We're unloading our material. Fantastic. So I'll go in the rocket and I'll select all the other stuff that I want to bring out, such as the rust and that. Going to get this to be pointing this way. We'll turn this off. Actually, no, we'll leave this on because I wouldn't mind charging the rocket. But I should be getting a green signal here. And I do not. Ah, yes, okay, fair enough. I need to connect this with this setup instead of that. So now I'm getting a green signal. So the generator is on. The reflector is on. Let's get this all lined up. So it's going this way, this way, this way, this way, then left. And then eventually making its way into the materials study terminal so I can get some glass tiles. I definitely put this in here too early because we haven't planted everything just yet. What I'm going to have to do is dig this out where I don't have anything. Maybe I'll take this opportunity to put this in there. Over on this side, I've got 6 left over, plus these 2 that are, well, those 2 are going to be planted there. So if I've got 6 left over, let's plant 3 in each stable. We'll see how this does. 3 over here, and I'll put 3 over here, but I'm going to wait for these pips to finish their job. Can at least click on here and select critter eggs for the whole setup. And then maybe I'll put in the alert notification. Actually, no, let's populate the stable before I put in the alert stuff. Notification. This guy does not have... Oh, right. I need to reconnect this. There we go. Let's put a critter sensor in here. Also take this automation line all the way over to visit this one. So we can tell this guy over here when we need more of those glossy Dracos to be populated in these 2 staples. Oh, we just have 1 more tile to plant. Awesome. Oh, and a red bolt is making its way into the material study terminal. Hopefully it shouldn't be too long before scientists completes research on our glass tile. We're starting to research new media, which means, yeah, there it is. Window tiles are now available to us. So let's put in 2 of those. Make sure we get some light access over here. Oh, all our blossom seeds are complete. Fantastic. So we're going to make you not a pip stable, but a Draco stable. A glossy Draco specifically. Let's go over here. I'll copy this. And we'll bring in 3 over here. can enable this staple. This one's set to go. I'm going to drop off glossy types. I'm going to have 8 each. Copy this. What happened there? Glossy Draco. Copy that. Actually, hold on. I'll make that a priority 6. Copy that. That's going to be sent right there. We've got a glass tile here going in. Pretty certain light's going to go through glass, right? Engineer is not able to complete it at this time. Looks like they're hungry. What else do we have to do apart from the notification? That might be it. Oh, hold on. We want to put in this setting here. Why do I have... I don't think I actually want egg count. If critter count is above 8... Or no, that's to do with the notification. Hold on, what do you say? Yeah, critter count, if it's below 8, that's what this should be. This is what this should be. That's what that should be. And that's what that should be. Now that I've got a glass window tile right here, these plants are all happy now. And we've got some grooming happening on some glossy Dracos. Just double check. We're actually still at 96, 96, 96. This stable over here is filled up with 8 glossy Dracos. We don't have them here just because we probably need a little bit more of these guys. I'll wrangle them. But because this one on the left is full, I'm going to put in the notification for that to be alerted if we ever have some problems with either eggs or the number of critters in the future. Let's check that this is accessed. Okay. Well, with that, and the fact that I'm unloading all this iron ore and rust, aluminum ore, gold amalgam, and that from our last mission, I think it is time to do some construction and other stuff around this base. But I think that's it for today. So if you want to find out what I'm up to from this point on, hopefully I will see you in another episode. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.